Hey traders, wanted to go over the RNXT play a little bit today and how we kept eyes on it all day. We'll just kind of get into that. So what I'm seeing is this was the first mention of it. It was a couple minutes before this, but this is the first time we really went in depth over the different hold levels, resistance levels, things like that. And it was right around 9:33 Central Time. Again, just because my charts are in Central, so I want to keep the continuity that way. And so that would be 10:30 Eastern Time or market time. And so we talked about it around 9:30, and it needs to hold 877, break 9, 950, 978, and go from there. And so just kind of show you where that level would be right around here. And so by that time, it's pretty obvious that you'd be late to the party if you tried, because there's no good spot to buy it down here once this has started. And so the idea is you don't want to buy too far off of this line, because well, look what happens over here. If you did hold on, you were fortunate, but that's not always the case. Here we'll go over this real quick as well. This is something else that we talked about today. And metamaterials needs to break and hold 536, then break 550, 560, so on, right? So where's that 536? That's right here. Let's go ahead and add that. Yeah, that's fine. So what we're seeing is it needs to hold 536. And right around here is when the update was made. And so we see that it's falling below the 8. And then it picks up a little bit. And I could see why people would maybe think that there was an entry right here. You're seeing low, but possibly turning around momentum. This bar is higher than this bar, so there's some potential right there. But overall, not breaking and hold the 36 is very important. So let's say that you did buy right here. Look at how the rest of your day would have turned out. The stuff that we play isn't always guaranteed to come back. All right, so that's one lesson right there. So why am I saying that? Well, because if you bought right here, you weren't in the money again until hours later. And that's fortunate on this stock, but that's not always the case. We want to figure out how to play these things properly. So next one at the 10:30 needs to break and hold 929. Let's see where that's at on the chart. Yeah, right here. And so when did that happen? That happened right here. This broke it. It was above it. But it quickly fell back down. So if you did play that, the idea is to get in and then get out at your entry when it fell back to it. 905. Let's see where that's at on. Some a little bit of opportunity right in here, but we see a sell signal. We see that it's not really respecting the VWAP too much. Another opportunity over here just before the 12:30 mark. We see the green one breaking and holding, and so this would have been a nice little play, but that's not the one I'm here to talk about. The one I'm here to talk about is the one where we called out it needs to break and hold 943, and then it topped out at a 944, the first cross under arrow, or the 3 crosses under the 13, happened in the high 16s. That's the one I want to talk about today. So here's what that looks like. 943. Here's 943. And what an incredible call out that was. Because look at this. when did it break and hold? Right at the 8 EMA, or right at the rate 8 EMA, rather. This is moving positive. This is moving positive. This is an unbelievably clear entry. And so this pops up, comes back down, it holds the 21, holds the 21 a little bit, and then we're off. And so it did respect those levels pretty well. And then on its way up, you'll notice that it pretty much favored the 8 the entire way up. And then I thought this level was going to happen. I wasn't too sure when, but let me show, if you look in the Discord, I was talking about that $17 level, and why was I looking at that? It's because of this candle over here. So I just changed this to the 10-minute candle chart over here, and if you look at the top screen, the OHLC numbers, you'll see that the high was 1701. And so I was looking at that over here, and I wasn't sure if it was going to taper off before it hit it, but sure enough, at market close, and that's when it hit it, comes back down, barely touches the 21, tries it again over here, and then here's our first sign of a clear exit signal, and we're seeing lowering TTM, we're seeing lowering momentum. That would have represented a really, really good move. And so if you got that, let's say you got it right there, 1679, and that's with right around a 943 entry. So if you got that move, wonderful. If you didn't, and you were paying attention to it, you need to maybe figure out what you didn't notice, why you didn't notice that was an entry. And if you weren't paying attention to it, then you need to answer that question. What else were you focused on? If you were focused on another stock, why was that stock more intriguing than this one? Different things like that. And so hope this has helped. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We want to help out as much as possible. Have a wonderful day. Bye.